Hi everyone! In this video, we are going to learn about Newton's 3 laws of motion. The first law being the law of inertia. This law states that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced external force. So what does this mean? Basically, an object will keep doing what it is doing unless acted on by an unbalanced force. If the object was sitting still, it will remain stationary. If the object was moving at a constant velocity, it will keep moving. It takes force to change the motion of an object. Here we have my cousin Cielo. She is an example of an object at rest. Just like you sitting in your chair right now, the forces around you are balanced. The floor is pushing up with an equal force to the force of gravity. Since the forces are balanced, or the net force is equal to 0, there is no acceleration. But if an external force is applied, watch what happens. As you can see, the unbalanced force of a foot caused Cielo to accelerate down the stairs. Let's watch it one more time.
Lord Jesus Christ, help me, Lord, please, Jesus, please. Jesus, God, help me, Lord, Jesus, help me. I'm falling down the steps, oh Lord, Jesus Christ, please.
Second part of Newton's first law talks about objects in a constant state of motion, meaning that there is still no acceleration, but the object has a constant velocity. Here is an example. Because objects in motion tend to stay in motion, the snowman on the top of the car kept moving after the car stopped. Now let's move on to Newton's second law of motion. Force equals mass times acceleration. This law implies that the more mass an object has, the more force is required to move the object. Here we have two things with two very different masses being pushed with the same amount of force. As you can see, the object with less mass accelerated much more than the object with more mass. Acceleration is always in the direction of the applied force. This equation can be used to find force, mass, or acceleration. Now let's talk about Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This means that for every force acting on an object, there is an equal force acting in the opposite direction. Right now, gravity is pulling you down in your seat, but Newton's third law says that your seat is pushing up against you with equal force. This is why you're not moving. There's a balance force acting on you. Gravity is pulling you down, and your seat is pushing up. This is also why you move forward when you walk. As your foot pushes against the ground also pushes back with an equal amount of force, causing you to accelerate in the opposite direction.